Alright, in this little terminal application, I've created a little app that spits out quotes depending on what you input into the scanner. So, real quick, I just want to explain the scanner. So I'm going to comment that. Alright, so let's save this and run it. So this is a quote terminal, make a selection or press 0 to show the comments. That is not going to do anything because we have commented on that. But what's happening here is just some print statements, and we have this scanner class here. What this does is we can type into the terminal here, the console, a number, and then it will print out that number again. The scanner, it just reads things that you input into the console here. That's what that does. Then what you do is you have to tell the scanner here, do we want an int or a string or a boolean? I've chosen int, so if we type in 5, press enter, it's going to read that 5 and it's going to store it here in I, then it's going to spit it back out in this print line statement. So that's the scanner. Now we're going to comment that out again and uncomment that, save. So what's going to happen is it's just going to say this is the quote terminal, then it's going to run this method here. This method is right here. It's just going to say make a selection or press 0 to show the commands. It's just going to create this scanner class here, and we're going to take in numbers and we're going to store it in I. Now we have a switch statement here to indicate what we want to do if certain numbers are pressed. So I'll just run this so we can see it. So make a selection or press 0 to show the commands. What are the commands? Let's press 0, enter. Once we press 0, it's going to run the commands function. Commands function is right here, just a bunch of printout statements. And, do we want quotes for what emotion we want here? Or we can press 5 to end, but I didn't update that. But yeah, 5, we end it. But let's say we want a happy quote. We're going to enter in 1 here, and what's going to happen is, to back up a little bit, I have some quotes stored in my quotes class here. All it is it's just a class with 4 array lists in it, and I instantiated them each with 3 different quotes for each one. Some of them are serious, some of them are just jokes, like if you want an angry quote, chill out, calm down, whatever. But for array lists, then we have the methods to get these array lists. So this is just like our quote-unquote database with quotes. That's all that is. So if we want a happy quote, what we're going to do is we're going to get our happy quote here, but it's going to choose we have 3 quotes, it's going to choose one of them at random. How we do that is we have this. We create the random object in order to use the method here. What it's going to do is it's just going to take the size of the array and choose one at random. So here we're inputting the size of the happy quotes array, which is 2, or in computer language 3 in normal speak, and then it's going to choose 0 through 2 at random, and it's going to return that. So this is going to be 0, 1, or 2 at random, and that's how we get a random quote from the happy quotes array. And we're just going to spit it out. So let's see this work. So we want happy quote. Happy quote is that. Let's see if we want another happy quote. There we have a different one. Another one. Okay, I think we got all 3. So, yep. Once we spit our happy quote, we're going to basically run this method again so it keeps taking input and doesn't end, because if we want it to end, we press 5, like down her. We break out of it. And we're not calling it again, because all these receive input, it's calling its own method again, but in 5 we're not calling it. So 2, same thing, we get the length of the sad quotes array, which is 3, then we get a random sad quote and we spit it out. Let's do that. 2, random sad quote. Yeah, so let's see here, what do we want? Angry quote, 3. Focus on your breathing. Chill out. Okay, and a quote for when we're afraid. Face your fears. Very simple. Okay, and then 5. Goodbye. And we can't enter anything else after goodbye. So yeah, that is my little quote terminal application. Pretty simple. I just wanted to demonstrate working on the terminal and working with the scanner class and just like the switch statement and just working with some methods and classes.